All right, not the best start to this on the technical side, but we made it through on the Racer's Mind. It is episode number 8 here today, and I have my partner Brandon Krutz with me. Brandon, how are you tonight? Oh, Brandon, you didn't hear anything I just said, but welcome, and how are you tonight, brother?
Oh, doing good, Corey. Happy to be here, of course, and live here. We haven't been on camera in a while.
Yeah, we haven't, which is why the technical side of this is going absolutely abysmally today. But wanted to get a quick video out. I may have to edit it and re-upload all the horribleness of the first 5 minutes. But so why are we here? It's episode 8. Again, we started this, I don't even know, we started it a while ago with doing these about sim racing in general and our channel, our topics on really anything for that matter. And I mean, it had its following, it had its peaks, it had its valleys, but all in all, we're back here trying another one. And some may know, some may not know, a lot has gone on with our channel. And Brandon, since you are the guy who got it all started, I'll let you give the big news to those who have not heard it yet.
So for those of you who have not heard of big stepping stone in this channel, something that I thought personally, I started this channel back in 2016. I never thought we'd get here. And now here 2019, we'll be on the iRacing Esports Network. Huge shout out to iRacing Motorsport Simulation to make this possible. You know, everybody that's helped us out along the way. Corey, you know, is especially someone here who, you know, now co-owner of the channel and does a lot of the back end work here. You know, couldn't be where we are without him either.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long ride, and like you said, Brandon's been since 2006-ish. No, yeah, 2006, 2016, 2017, or something like that. We hit it big in the end of 17, in the middle of 18, and then I mean, we kind of decided to tone it back, and it was our own intentional decision. People asked, well, you have a good thing, you're making a lot of money, you're getting a lot of airtime. Why are you backing down? And the reason we did is for our own initiative. We decided we wanted to drive again, but we also had such a good thing worked up, and it's like, well, we decided to, you know what, let's go for it. Why would we kill such a good thing that we had going? And I know I've been approached by some people, well, what did you do? What did you do? Did you send pizza to iRacing? Did you do this? Did you do that? No, I didn't do it. We didn't do any of that. How do you get on the esports network? I'm going to tell you one thing. You don't do anything special. I don't know what we did. All I did, I mean, I'll say me because, I mean, I did the production side of it, but obviously I couldn't do it by myself. All it was putting out good broadcasts, and all you do every week, everybody, you put a broadcast out, you put a broadcast out, you do the best job you can to make it as authentic to a TV experience as possible. That's what iRacing wants. iRacing is trying to go out there and promote their esports network. That's what their biggest goal is right now. There's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that they're trying to do. I mean, I'm not going to get into it because I don't know if I'm supposed to or not, but there's a lot behind that esports network to grow iRacing in the esports community. So they're looking for people, for channels that can provide content that they in the office are proud of. And to be able to say that somewhere in the office, Drew Adamson, and maybe he must have had Tony and someone else must have watched a couple of our streams, or at least a portion of it at one point or another, and said, you know what, we're proud enough of what these guys are doing, we'll give them on that platform. And to say that we have this, I mean, I don't want to brag, because that's, I mean, I like to be humble, but to say that we have something of this stature that other channels don't, I mean, that is something to be really proud of, and it's something that I'm excited to stream, and it's something that I'm excited to see what we can do for exposure for our leagues, for ourselves, and for iRacing going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of hard work, you know, through the years that's led up to this. You know, we were established 2016, Corey came on 2017. It's something that I don't know, it hits me close to the heart just because of, you know, how far it's come, and this channel, Corey, you know what this channel means to me. I mean,
yeah, we fight about it all the time.
It's the it's the world to me.
The way it is with behind the scenes with the Brandon, he, like I said, he started it, but I mean, he hates to admit it, but I've kind of run off and took his little baby from him and made it what it was. Without, obviously could not do it without his help, but I kind of took his little baby and grew it. And I know you're having trouble, but I mean, we got this. This is us. It's us. I can't do it without anybody else. So.
No, you're right, though. You're right.
Yeah. But in chat, I see, when are we selling the shirts? Well, that is the guy who owns a apparel company and a graphics design company. So, Brandon, when are the shirts going on sale?
I plan to release some stuff in the next couple of weeks, guys. So heads up, if you got any ideas of what you may want on the shirts, you know, maybe some cool, like, some of our catchphrases that you always see. Some of our fans out there may know a couple that may look good on some shirts. We'll put some of those out too, and they'll end up on our website, primetimeracing.tv.
Yeah, so a lot is in the process of going on in terms of revamping, rebranding. I mean, I'm redoing the overlays for this rebranding, and I'm trying to hold a cough back right now. So as I mute this, I've been sick for the last Lord knows long. I cannot break it, but so a lot is rebranding right now. We're trying to get this new image, and I'll tell you, we are struggling a little bit to get new clients in. And I was actually talking to Drew from iRacing about that earlier, and he's like, "What do you mean you're struggling? You're like, you're not a small channel." And I'm like, well, we are a small channel. We got the biggest break. Every other channel on the network has 6,000, 7,000, 10,000 subscribers on it.
Yeah.
We have 500 subscribers on our channel.
Just
we didn't get this recognition by size. We got it by quality of content.
Yep.
And I'm not, that part I'm not going to shy down on. I mean, if we make a mistake on a broadcast, honestly, I jot it down, and if it's a technical mistake, I go back onto it the next day, and I'm like, well, why did I make this technical mistake? I mean, some people just make a mistake and they'll have a Windows pop-up on the screen. It's their volume thing, or I don't know, Facebook notification, Steam notification. Like, no, that's not going to happen on my stream. That's what takes away from the authenticity, and what's the kind of stuff that iRacing's not looking for. So, again, anybody who's looking for that, I mean, a little bit of it's luck, a lot of it's just hard work. So, but like I said, we're going for a different audience now. We are a small channel, still, whether or not we're on the big stage or not, we're still a small channel. But we're not charging small prices anymore, and it's not because we're being greedy. It's just, it takes a lot of time. I've spent 2 to 3 hours every single day for the past week just working on one broadcast that I'm doing for free. So I mean, that's one broadcast. I could spend upwards of, just for one broadcast, at least hour and a half, maybe 2 hours of prep for one broadcast, and then we're doing the broadcast. So it's not it's labor of love, yeah, but I mean, as the market is slowly working up, I mean, you notice every broadcaster these days, prices are going up, and again, it's not because we're all being greedy, but we're putting a lot into it, and that has value. Time is value, as we all know in the world. So I mean, I'm not worried. I know we're going to get some clients, and we're going to put on some really good broadcasts, and we're going to try to get them on the esports network. But we do want to stress, and this is just a generic statement for all the esports networks, if you are in a broadcast on an esports channel, do not sign that deal with that channel under the assumption you're going to get on the esports network. There is no promise, there's no guarantee, it's not even in our hands. All that gets done on our end is we submit the broadcast to iRacing, we submit the league and what they offer, and iRacing goes and they review that league, what the races have been like, the car counts, the race quality, and they make the final decision on whether or not that makes it on the network. It'll make it on our channel regardless, but that's just something to note. Not just because you sign with us does not mean you're on the big channel.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Corey. And also, we're not charging more. Our prices are going to stay the same regardless of what happens with the esports network or not. Our prices are the same. You can catch the prices on our website once it goes up. You know, and nothing is changing. Like, again, we can't promise anything. We're not using the esports network to our advantage. It's a huge honor to us to have it. We're not using it to our advantage. You know, I think Corey can agree. We're not. That's not what we're here for. We're not here to take advantage of people. Whatever. It's. I don't know.
It's like I said. It's like I said. It's time versus value. I mean, you know, from your graphics design business. I mean, you could spend X amount of time working on a logo, working on a new design, you know, working on a new set of designs, or working on a new concept. I mean, all that is time, and especially if you're doing it on a regular basis. I mean, it has to be worth it. The more money you make, the more equipment you're putting into it. I mean, then you have to worry about the legal side if you're making X amount of money. So, you know, everything has its due course. But so that being said, Brandon, do you have any? I mean, obviously we're on the network, but do you have any goals? Because I know I do, of what we want to accomplish this year as a channel and what we're looking to maybe cover or maybe venture into new areas or anything on those lines.
Well, I know for a fact I really want, in 2019, I want to really grow the channel. My goal in 2019, and it could be a long shot, is at least 1K subscribers on our channel.
Yeah, that's mine as well.
At least 1K subscribers. I want to try to maybe venture out into newer stuff that we maybe haven't covered before, broadcast wise. Maybe, I know Corey, you want to try some more road stuff. One thing that we are coming out with this year is some new overlays, so it kind of works with both ends of oval, road, dirt, rallycross, all the above.
We didn't go there. Yeah, that's a totally different ballgame.
Well, that
rallycross is its own animal, but I mean, it's always good. It's always good to be prepared. That's what I always like to say.
Absolutely.
But
so we want to make sure that everything works with our system, can work with anything that we cover. You know, I personally would like to cover more dirt leagues. That's what I do. That's kind of my thing, I guess.
Yeah, so I know. So our first broadcast on the Esports Network is going to be, at the time of this recording, January 16th, which is about a week and a half from now. It's going to be a 2-hour session hosted by Drew from iRacing. He wants to give us, since we don't have any clients yet to air their content, he's going to give us content to air. It's going to be a 2-hour session. It's going to be the Daytona prototype versus the... Oh my god, I want to say the... You know, that's how good I am. I don't even remember. But it's going to be a Classic 24, Classic 2.4 or something on those lines. It's going to be, it's in the forums. It's a 2-hour multi-class road race, and that's honestly, it's something we haven't covered before. So just to cover that one race, I've had to go in and redo the overlays just to be able to accommodate it, because, you know, we cover multi-class. That's 2 to 3 cars going, 2 to 3 classes of action. Our ticker has to support it. I need to have graphics to help follow what's going on with all that extra, you know, extra stuff added to it. So I've had to go in and do a lot of things, and to make it work color-wise, I've had to recolor. We've had to kind of do a little beta of what we're going to be doing in the future with our color scheme. So just even that in itself has been a project, but it's one that I'm actually really excited to do. We're actually going to air, Evan and I want to say this coming Thursday. We're going to do call it a dry run. We're going to do a test race that's on a lower scale. We're going to do about a half hour. I want to say it's maybe IMSA or a production car challenge, something like that, half-hour race, just to dabble in the field so we can get a taste of it, because we want to make our first presence on the big channel as good as it can be.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Corey and Evan will do really good with it. I won't be able to make it for that one, and probably wouldn't end up in the broadcast anyways. It's not really my thing. These guys know what they're doing. We have a really good crew here, and proud of all these guys. We've got a bigger crew than people really know. Most people think it's just Corey, Evan, and I, and we have a lot of guys behind the scenes to make this whole thing happen also.
Yeah, we have our website guy. We have Silent Joe in the background. He's been helping with the overlays and stuff for quite a long time.
Yep.
And don't joke with the overlays. Well, he does. He helps make sure that the overlays are working properly.
Our quality, he helps with our quality analysis during the broadcast and everything else.
And we and we've been trying to get him on the air for years, but
yeah,
he will not go on the air. Maybe one of these days, but but that's pretty much that. So like I said, we wanted to make it known what the Esports Network deal is, what it isn't, what we're excited to do. Because I do want to get into more road content. That is my goal. I'm not going to go and say that I'm doing 24-hour races or I'm covering 8-hour races. I mean, again, we have a big staff. We have like 8 guys, but we only have 3 or 4 on the air guys. So
and we have one producer, and that's
very valid point. So one thing that is going to come up this year as well is our availability is not going to be wide open. Insight into my life: I'm married. I have 2 kids. Predominantly, I have a daughter who I have 4 days a week, and I have my son who lives with me with my wife, who's going to be home any moment, and then she's going to tell me to get off the computer because I'm usually off by now. But unless I'm doing something productive. But yeah, so we are going to be covering, as I call it, Eastern Prime Time. No pun intended. Eastern Prime Time is what I like to say about 7 p.m. to midnight. That's going to be our goal to be in. Because, I mean, Brandon, you work full-time. I work full-time starting 6 a.m. Evan is, surprisingly to many people, he's only 16. And he works
almost every day.
Yeah, and he's in school. So we don't want to be up till 2, 3 in the morning. I mean, unfortunately, I know there's some West Coast leagues. Sorry, we're not going to be able to cover that time slot. It's feasibly too late. Weekends are going to be tough for Brandon because you have a lot of real-world dirt stuff coming your way the next couple months.
Yep.
But Evan and I may be able to do that. So again, we're shooting for Eastern, but you never know. We are looking for producers. If you're going to produce for prime time, you're going to have to be top of the line, and you're going to have to take a lot of direction and advice. But
and you have to be willing to learn some stuff too. You have to be able to learn how to do it the way that we've done it for years, literally years, you know. And
that's
if you have motivation to learn, and you have motivation to learn, you know, our system, become part of our PTR TV family. You know,
because one thing that I've noticed on other channels, and it's always bugged me, is if you have a channel with multiple producers, they all need to be on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
And common example I'll always give is look at McDonald's. If I'm in I live in Massachusetts. If I go to McDonald's and order a Big Mac, it tastes one way. If I go to McDonald's in California and San Francisco, that Big Mac should taste the same. You should. It shouldn't matter who's producing your content. You should know, if you're a client and you sign on with a broadcaster, you should know the quality of your broadcast that you're going to get. It shouldn't be a surprise. It shouldn't be, well, why is this one really good and this one's not so good? A customer should know what they're going to get. So that's why we're really picky on. I've had people come to me before, but I'm really picky for that reason. I'm all about quality, especially with our newfound stature, our new certification. We're not so much broadcasters anymore as we are brand ambassadors of iRacing. And that's a conversation I've had, is I'm actually going to be involved in chats that are, what can we do with the Esports Network to better it and to grow iRacing? So I really am on a different scale now, and it's something that I'm going to be taking very seriously. But at the same time,
but for good reason.
Yes, because I love iRacing. I've been on iRacing since day one, and I never thought I'd be in this role. Never in a million years. I thought I was going to do one broadcast. When Brandon asked me to do a broadcast back in early 2017, I never would have thought. But this, here we are. I mean, just get a little itch of something, and here we are. But like I said, I'm going to be really picky, because I want the best for iRacing. I want the best for us. I want the best for the leagues that are going to be clients of us. But yeah, so if there's someone who fills that criteria and really wants to take sim racing seriously, take iRacing and broadcast seriously, Corey at primetimерacing.tv, give me a shout, and we'll talk and we'll figure stuff out. But so that's pretty much all I have. It's kind of a small chat, so nothing really going on here. Is there anything of any topic at all, Brandon, you want to bring up? It's not even necessarily just this, just something that's been getting on your mind and you want to get it out in the air?
Not much, other than we may be looking for some marketing partners here eventually too. That's something that typically I would handle. I know, Corey, you've got your plate full with a lot of other things right now. I don't even know if my email is set up on the website yet.
It does exist, even though you haven't been able to sign into it. It does exist.
Okay, so if we have any marketing partners that may be interested also, you can email me, Brandon, at primetimeracing.tv, and we can talk from there. Yeah. That'd be awesome. Something that we would look forward to doing.
Yeah, we are going to be pushing in the future. I have some ideas and stuff on getting some promo material out. We're working on a new intro video. So we're going to need some clips, some exciting clips, some wrecking clips, some 3-wide clips, some whatever clips for that. So if anybody has videos or any cool video, again, send them my way or our way, whoever's way, send them in some direction towards us. We'll get it. We'll sort through. But yeah, a lot of big things. We're looking for partners, of course. I mean, if we're going to be on a big scale, sponsors are going to be huge. I mean, you're going to have a lot more publicity on a large scale versus getting 10, 15 people watching. There's going to be 100, 200 people watching live potentially in some cases. So actual sponsorship opportunities, that's going to be a huge thing. I mean, it's not just going into my pocket or Brandon's pocket. We're not just going to Outback. We're not going to Outback Steakhouse with it. I mean, there's a couple major items that I would love to help my broadcast to the next level and even take the little bit of frustration I have with what I'm doing now. It'll minimize it. And Brandon,
and people don't realize how expensive. Yeah. So some people don't realize how expensive this equipment is. Also, that Corey has to produce. I obviously don't have that, which is why I'm not a producer anymore. I can't match our
Elgato Stream Deck. Anybody want to send it this way? That's something up. But I know Brandon needs a new PC because Brandon eventually, I mean, he started producing for the channel. And it's not to say we're looking for a sponsor to go out there and spend $1,500 on a computer, but any little increment, whether it's a logo here, logo there, that all goes and adds up. And it's not just us taking money, it's us doing our best to promote, being a promotion material. So again,
and sorry to cut you off, Corey. Also, one thing I wanted to say was, and Corey, you don't even know about this yet. This is something I've been planning since like 2017. Is once we started to get close to 1,000 subscribers, I'd like to start a road to 1K thing, and once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we'll go through our subscriber list, and we'll pick more details to be announced soon. We'll pick a couple of people to win some cool merch, and that'll be through my company, Fame Motorsports Apparel. We'll be doing that because we're the ones that are printing all the merchandise for PTR TV.
Huh?
So,
see, stuff that goes on that I don't even know about. So, may have to make a sub account and get myself in there too. But yeah, so that's all this was. A little short podcast. Again, sorry about the technical side of it. I'm probably gonna delete this and re-upload it tomorrow with all the guff at the beginning taken out. But again, thanks to everyone for tuning in. If you want to check us out in our first ever multi-class road course race, if you're watching this live, check out in 3 days on, I want to say, the 10th, and that'll go up. And again, to stay tuned for the future of PTR TV. If you're a league, I know the price is a little bit higher, but it's more worth your money now than ever for what we can potentially offer you, and for the quality that will continuously go up with the channel. Check us out, primetimeracing.tv. You can shoot me an email, Corey at primetimeracingtv. You can Facebook message us. You can Facebook on our page. You can do us individually. I mean, whatever means of communication to get to us you need to. that opportunity is open. And we're excited for 2019. I'm excited for this opportunity to work closer with iRacing and get on the network. And we're excited for whatever is going to come our way. So signing out for the night, Corey Silva. And he's that way, Brandon Krutz. Have a great night, and we'll catch you all next time.
Have a good night. See you next time, everybody.